Willie D Live.
What's up, family? A Detroit judge ordered a 15-year-old girl be put in handcuffs and an orange jail jumpsuit because she fell asleep in his courtroom. And for that, he was promptly dragged all over social media. I ain't got no problem with that, but some of y'all do, so let's talk about it. 36th District Court Judge Kenneth King placed the child visiting his courtroom in handcuffs and in jail clothing for falling asleep and giving him attitude, he claims. Now the 15-year-old's mother is speaking out. Latoria Hill was horrified when she saw the video of her daughter Eva Goodman in handcuffs. Judge King says it was all to teach the teen a lesson about decorum and respect, but Hill says the judge doesn't know the full story. Hill is a single mother of two and says Eva, her eldest daughter, was signed up for a summer program with the Greening of Detroit nonprofit to keep her busy. What was supposed to be an educational trip to the 36th District Court turned into a traumatizing moment for Eva and her mother. For those of you out there who think this is cool, answer this question for me. Would you want someone to treat your child like that? Would you treat your own child like that? She fell asleep in the courtroom. She was visiting. She wasn't on trial. She didn't have a case in the courtroom. She's part of a summer school program. She's part of a nonprofit program who traveled to the courthouse to see how things work. It's supposed to be an educational trip. She fell asleep. Okay. Wake her up. If you don't like it, tell her to get out of the courtroom. But you don't put her in handcuffs. You don't put her in an orange jumpsuit. The judge was behaving like an uncivilized mutt. These judges have way too much latitude. Some of them really be feeling themselves. Some of them are very condescending, man. They think they're God. They got way too much latitude. Something needs to be done about it. This guy really needs to be removed from the bench. Because if he did that to that girl, and here's another thing, fam, we gotta get rid of this notion that it's cool for our kids to experience being locked up, having handcuffs put on them, even if it's just to be detained for a few moments. We got to get rid of that. That's traumatizing. Some of y'all think, well, he just taught a lesson, scared her straight, just scared her for a little bit. Why would you want to scare your child? She fell asleep. Now, the other part of the story is they don't have permanent residency. Even her mom don't have a permanent place to stay. So she was tired. The judge talked about how she need to sleep at home, sleep in her own bed. She don't have her own bed. See, you don't ever really know somebody's whole story. Anytime a kid comes to class and they're sleeping, it could be for various reasons. It could be because they just didn't get enough sleep because they was hanging out too late on the phone, playing on social media, whatever. But it could also be because of some other circumstances. Perhaps there's some type of abuse in the house. Perhaps they were up all night trying to keep one eye open. You dig what I'm saying? The judge was out of pocket. And I do believe that if Eva was not black, she would not have experienced that situation. The judge did it because he could. And I know for a fact he wouldn't have done that to any little white girl. And I know for a fact Eva ain't the first person to fall asleep in his courtroom. I know that for a fact. I bet you he ain't got no other record of locking some little white girl up or any non-black girl up for falling asleep. Or anybody who came into his courtroom who was not involved in a case. This kid is on a field trip. She fell asleep and this uncivilized mutt put handcuffs on her and put her in an orange jumpsuit and then commenced to scolding her, telling her that maybe she needs to go to a juvenile detention center. No, judge, maybe you need to go to hell. It's cold-blooded, man. Let's take a look at the judge's name, Kenneth King. Kenneth King. I wonder if his middle name starts with a K. No more talk.